Tuesday night, 11:14 p.m. My phone turns off. Not because the battery is dead, not because it is broken. It turns off because someone, somewhere, decided that 15 is still a baby. And nobody asked for my opinion. That is how it starts. I am going to tell you about the 72 hours that followed. Everyone was expecting a meltdown. What actually happened was worse. I did not scream. I did not slam any doors. I just floated. And that is when I understood something. Taking something away does not make something else appear. It just leaves a hole.
Mom asked me to check if you were still alive.
Technically. Hour 0. I looked for something to do. There was nothing. 6 hours later, I had analyzed every crack in my ceiling. There is an entire continent above my bed. Nobody knows. At H+18, I started talking to my reflection in the dark screen. He does not answer, but at least he does not judge me.
I brought him chips, said nothing. It was the best I could do.
The chips tasted like disconnection, a little salt, a lot of nothing. At H+48, I tried to read a real book with pages. A book is long. Nobody warned me. At H+72, I looked out the window. Nothing has a notification. Nothing performs. Everything just exists. That is unsettling.
Did you survive?
I don't know yet. Ask me in a month.
In a month there are exams.
Great. Well, since I had nothing to do, I read the whole book. Jean Twenge, psychologist, she spent 20 years studying what happens to the teen brain. The teen brain is a city under permanent construction. Social connections are the main highways, not a luxury. Infrastructure. When you cut the connection brutally, the city goes dark. Twenge has a word for what I was going through, a medical word. I was not having a crisis. I was grieving.
Mom sent me an article about the benefits of disconnecting on WhatsApp. I know.
What Twenge also says is that the problem is not the quantity, it is the abruptness. Cutting a daily habit cold turkey is not discipline. It is shock, and nobody prepared for it like a shock. We just took away the phone and waited for things to get better. Things did not get better. Dad, a punishment is not what I need. On their side, my parents voted for this. They sleep well. They tell themselves, we did the right thing. On my side, I woke up at 3 a.m. I reached for my phone in the dark. It was not there anymore. No anger, no meltdown, just an absence. And I cried, a little, not much, just enough.
I heard him. I came. Mom would have wanted to come, but she did not know it was for this.
The next morning, everyone had breakfast as usual. I ate my cereal next to my bowl. My father opened his mouth and said nothing. That is when I understood the problem was not the phone. Let me explain how we got here. At 12, they gave me this phone. For your safety, they said. I held it like a relic. At 13, I had 400 followers, and I had understood the system. Post to exist. Exist to post. At 14, I knew that if I didn't post for 3 days, people forgot I existed.
Mom was the one who created my Instagram account so I could post my drawings. Follow your passion, she said. I did not know follow your passion had an expiry date.
At 15, everything was taken from me, overnight. For your safety, follow your passion. Now it is forbidden. These are the same people. Our mom, Mama Wolf, told us, in a month you will thank us. I am 15. 1 month is a tiny fraction of my life. That sounds small. But compared to the time I spent on those apps, 1 month is an eternity. It is like telling a 40-year-old adult, Just wait 20 months, you will see. Nobody would say that to an adult.
I found a way to stay connected.
How?
Artist. Remember?
That is sad.
It is art.
It is both. Here is what I would have wanted to hear. Not an explanation, not a rule, just something to put in its place. We are not taking your world away. We are building you another one.
Without a world, without building another.
That is the sentence. I started writing in it that same evening.
What is that?
My reflection in the dark screen had interesting things to say.
Are you okay?
Better? Not good? Better. The question is not whether social media should be banned. It is, what do we put in its place? Because the world without screens existed before. I write. It is not the same. It is not better. It is just different.
I started drawing again on paper, but this time I wanted people to actually see it. So I walked into 3 cafes with my sketchbook. 2 said yes. Next month, my drawings are on a wall. A real one.
She made me think. I signed up for a writing workshop. Starts next Thursday. Subscribe while you still can.